A-D-N.
It's HeadphonesNeil!
What's up, guys, and welcome back to HeadphonesNeil Reviews. I'm your host, as always, HeadphonesNeil, bringing you a semi-hodgepodge of stuff for this week. Mostly just as a couple of bits of rewatch. One of them because a recent movie came out, so I thought I'd watch the original one as well. And then a quick catch-up for my gameplay of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So to start it off, since we got that trailer for Mortal Kombat 2, I think within the past couple of weeks, I thought I would rewatch the original one from 2021 to see if my thoughts have changed on it and kind of do a refresher of the events of that movie. And overall, it still holds up. The storytelling for the rivalry between Sub-Zero and Scorpion is good. Introducing all the characters like Shang Tsung and Kano and Goro and all of them was good. Also with Sonya Blade and Jax. The thing that holds up as well is all the fatalities. They definitely went for the R rating with it and they didn't hold anything back. So while the old like 96 or 97 version of Mortal Kombat was not a bad film as far as storytelling and, video game to movie adaptations goes, this improves on all of that by improving on all the fatalities, actually bringing the gory violence up to par with the video game. So all of that holds up. One of the things I had a hang up with the first time I watched the remake or reboot or whatever was the storytelling of and now I'm forgetting the guy's name, but the guy that we follow through the movie as a descendant of Scorpion. So originally I didn't particularly like the story. It felt kind of flat, but watching it this time, it actually felt a little bit more along the lines of we're watching the movie through his eyes as if we're the player in the game and we're being introduced to all these different characters. So while he doesn't technically fight with everybody, just for the storytelling reasons and all of that, we're learning the same things through his eyes in the same way that he does. And then also answers the question of what if, what kind of powers would we get as a player ourselves and all of that stuff. So, all of that generally just worked for me. And then of course the cliffhanger, or kind of not a cliffhanger, but like the semi-reveal of having Johnny Cage in the second movie, because he notably wasn't in the first one. So, the trailer answers that question. They did a good job of introducing him, having Carl Urban play that character. It fits really well. So for me, I definitely recommend giving the 2021 Mortal Kombat a rewatch. So while that main character might seem average, it is one of those things where we're watching it through his eyes, learning about all these events and learning his greater purpose in life, as in the greater purpose in the game as to what's going on to get to the end result. So for me, all of that works really, really well. So otherwise, I had a chance to rewatch Happy Gilmore and then watch the sequel, Happy Gilmore 2, that just came out on Netflix. And overall, I really enjoyed the movie. It was really funny. It called back to just about everything you can think of from the first movie. Granted, Carl Weathers passed away, so we wouldn't see his character make a return, but they actually had originally answered that to begin with in the first film, since he fell out of the window because of Happy finding him that alligator. So that actually self-resolved itself. But as far as the rest of the story goes, while it starts a bit morbidly with Happy killing his wife in a golf tournament, they introduce his children, give him a new purpose, that his daughter wants to be a ballerina, but he feels like he's holding her back because of his actions. So he goes back into the golf tournament. So essentially they mimic the first film pretty much in its entirety, and he has to relearn all his skills, get his mojo back, and all of that. The funniest part of the movie for me that they, not that they necessarily did a new introduction, but the funniest part of the movie was the Eminem character as the son of the guy from the first movie who annoys Happy by saying jackass all the time and otherwise just getting under his skin. So for me, it wasn't enough Eminem. I kind of wish we had a lot more of him. But when you watch the two films back to back, the one thing that stands out is that in the first film, the guy wants to always go eat at Red Lobster. So it kind of would have been nice for Eminem to say that he's enjoying his Red Lobster in the sky. But they went with Sizzler. It works just as well. It probably fit a little bit better in the scope of saying the line. So all of that's good. But if you're going around social media seeing that there's supposedly like 1 hour of outtakes with Eminem in that role, that's one of those things that I hope Netflix releases either on YouTube or on Netflix for everyone to see, because I kind of want to see all of those outtakes. It made me laugh. Rewatching that scene still continues to make me laugh. So definitely watch the movie. So if you watch the first Happy Gilmore, then the second one will be just as enjoyable. It's about the same level of humor, just with an older Happy Gilmore. So you can kind of expect that level of a movie. If you didn't watch the first one or you didn't like the first one, then you may not necessarily like this one. But also on the flip side, it's not quite as of its time. The second was not quite of its time as the first one, so it might fit a little bit better, but you won't understand any of the jokes until you see the first one, so you would have to watch them together. So it is a sequel that relies heavily on the prequel or on the original, so definitely give it a watch. And so to round out this particular episode, the Star Wars Jedi Survivor gameplay is going fine. I'm not quite sure why we're only going to the same planets. We went back to Kobo, we go back to the Shattered Moon. So my main problem right now, so while the story is interesting enough with what we're trying to do, the graphics and the locations we have been to are very beautiful. It's very well designed. It's a wonder that the Empire hasn't found Cal to begin with, hasn't caught up with him, hasn't stopped him or sent more forces, because they're essentially going around the same areas. If they know the ship he's on, it shouldn't be too hard for the Imperials to call more troops on him, especially since he's running into stormtroopers. So eventually at some point one of the stormtroopers would be able to get a mayday out. So I'm waiting till the end of the game to see how it resolves itself. I mean, this whole thing with that fallen Jedi guy in the station was super interesting, so maybe it'll pay off. But all in all, for me, the visuals are very good. The general story is going well. It feels like they're limited to the number of worlds. So granted, having more worlds requires more design time, but it would have been more interesting to have if they were out for a random, almost compass level thing like we saw in The Rise of Skywalker. It feels like they should be going to more worlds and have the pieces in more areas than the same few worlds. So like I said, we'll see how the game rounds itself out, but overall the visuals are intriguing. At least with the story, they're presenting it well and it's super interesting with the Jedi stuff and all that. So we'll see how that's all going to play itself out by the end. So I hope they land it nicely, but for me, yeah, overall it's interesting, but I kind of hope for more worlds. So I mean, not that I'm giving it a bad rating either. I'd probably still give it like an A-. So I'm kind of curious, like I said, to see how it rounds itself out. But with that being said, that's all there is for this particular episode. So if you have any questions, comments, feedback, or anything like that, you can comment on this post. All the social media sites I'm on are linked on the website at HeadphonesNeil.reviews. The YouTube channel is youtube.com/PatelN01, where you can get all the gameplay videos, audio version of the podcast, all of that stuff in one place. So if you prefer that, that's also an option. As a quick update, if you do become a member, you get early access to all the gameplay videos. So as soon as they're recorded and uploaded, you get access right away. So becoming a member has its benefits as well. And you also get access to what I do is as soon as I finish one gameplay, I jump right into the next one, so you also get early access to the next game that I've played. So if you're a member, you can check that out already. So that's all up on the YouTube channel at youtube.com/PatelN01. But thanks for tuning into this particular episode, and until